Hey there, everyone. Bobby D here with Virtual Event Fundraising and Inspire Hearts. Just want to welcome my guest for today, Jason Ledlow, with Giving Solutions and Giving by Text. Jason's a colleague of mine. He's also an auctioneer, but also a fundraising event strategist and also tech provider. So, Jason, I'm super excited to have you with me today.
Hey, Bobby D, it's great to be with you today, man.
Yeah, right on. So tell us, Giving Solutions, Giving by Text, what sets you apart from the other tech vendors and tech companies that are out there, especially kind of in this new normal that we're talking about?
So let me tell you where I come from. So Impact Giving Solutions is our company is just that. It's giving solutions. So I've been doing charity auctions for 27 years. It's hard to believe it. I started when I was 10. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Seeing all the changes over the last almost 3 decades of what is happening, we really got into the solution side of the business because going up there and doing the microphone, these nonprofits need so much more. And Giving by Text really came out of seeing the need for a micro giving solution, this recurring income how charities could really power their mission instead of just going in this intentional sprints. One thing about nonprofits that they don't have that for-profit companies work for is what I call lowering your incremental cost. So as you go on and as more clients in the for-profit world, we are able to, our incremental cost goes down. But in the nonprofit world, they always have to raise more money. The more money they raise, the more clients they serve. So it's always, they never get that incremental cost reduction. And so what we want to show them how to do is do recurring income. And that's really, we push that a lot. So we created Giving by Text as a way to reach out to these nonprofits, to their donors, and their donors and fans is what we like to call. Now, there's thing that sets us apart from most text to give or Giving by Text platforms is that we actually can compliantly upload their entire database of donors and fans, people that they have a relationship with. Now, it has to be people they have to have a relationship with, but we can upload those, send them an opt-in message where they opt into our system, and then they can communicate with them. And we've had clients do anywhere from 150 donors up to 4,000. And all of them have a 95+% rate of retention. So once they do that, we really know they start communicating with them, and then we can watch, their opt-in, opt-out to know that we're doing. Once we get the couple of messages in, we literally have less than a 1% opt out. So it's really important. And the things we do is it's not just a platform to ask and say, hey, will you donate? It's really sharing impact. Donor stewardship is what we call it. And that's where you can share your mission, share what the impact that you're having on the community, as well as share updates, new things that are happening. And then also strategically placed in is make an ask. Would you be willing to be a part of our program? Would you be willing to donate to this specific thing or to our overall mission? And that's really what Giving by Text is about. So.
Nice. Okay, so let's give some nuggets. So now, if a group chooses to use by a Giving by Text platform or any of those kind of ones that are out there, and they're going to start text message communications. What are going to be what would you suggest to be like the first, second, and third communications that go out to donors that is not the ask? Because I know if you hey, thanks for being a part of us, give us money, they're going to be like, click, we're gone.
One of the things is the regulations, with the compliance portion really helps us set that expectation. So the very first message is going to be something like, it's going to say ABC Charity, whatever the organization is. Thank you so much for supporting ABC Charity. We want to keep you in the know on the go. Okay. And we put a link to their website, and that's it. That's all. And then it has the the regulation, the information we have to put for.
You don't want to receive this, blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we do in the first message, and that's just to get them in. That way they know who it's from. We put their website on it, and then we're able to start that out. The next thing we want to do, and we recommend 3 a month, no more than 1 a week, and never more than 1 ask a month. Okay. Right. So we really try to break those things down. Everything is more about sharing than it is about trying to get the ask, because the more you can cultivate, the more you can show what your impact is, the more willing people are going to be to do that. We have the ability to do smart links. So when we do, we can put this smart link in, and so it could be a video, it could be a link to your website, to your Facebook page, or anything, and we can know how many times people have clicked on that link, so they can really see the impact that they're having.
Nice.
And so to get started, we literally have got it down to where we can turn somebody up and turn them around in 48 hours. And there's
Beautiful.
a lot of things we can do with this platform, but we really like people to crawl, walk, then run. And so we really start them out slow and easy. There's a lot of ways they can communicate. They can communicate we have people that do with board members, with volunteers. They use it to make announcements at groups. They use it for opt-in. So whenever they do, maybe they're doing a fun run, or they're doing some kind of a, they're putting out some information out there, or they're doing an event just to create awareness, they can have people opt in. And so we can give them a keyword, they can opt in, and people can see how that works. They can, the number's 50700, and the keyword's GBT. And you can just see an example of how it works. So we've made it really simple, because the new normal that we live in, we know that there's a lot of nonprofits, and they go, okay, how do we go about this? So we made it really simple. We took away any setup fee. There's no setup fee. There's no annual contract. It's a 3-month minimum. So basically they can sign up for it for 3 months, because you can't do it for a month and get any value. Yeah. So the minimum is a 90-day, 3-month commitment. We get them set up, and literally we've completely retooled everything so they can get started as low as $75 a month.
Wow.
And it's based on the number of text messages and a keyword. And then we go up to where, gosh, they could have their own short code, unlimited keywords, and it really can get for large nonprofits, can get there. But for most of them, we've got a product that's $125 a month. It's $1,500 a year. And so if you think about that, that's like a mailer or two. So literally they can communicate with their donors, and it works for probably 70%. It really depends on the size. Now, if we've got a client that has 4,000 people in their system, it's more than that. I mean, because it starts getting up, they're sending out 12 to 16,000 texts a month. So it's more, but not that much more. I mean, we're in the $350, $400 range.
But they have a lot of reach, and I can imagine what the potential donations are.
Well, here's a real simple thing, and they have yet to make an ask. I mean, they're all they're doing now, because we just brought them up, but they're just doing donor stewardship right now. They're like, we want to invest in our people. We want to let them know what's going on, let them know that we're still here creating value, that we're serving the community, and continuing with our mission. And so they're really sowing those seeds and really cultivating. So when they do make an ask, but even at a 5%, if they just get 5% to give them $10 a month, I mean, gosh, you're talking $24,000 a year. Yeah. So very, very, very high ROI, very high ROI. So we're real excited about it. We worked really hard to put this together, and to make it where it's the most compliant system in the country. So
okay,
we like to count ourselves from that standpoint. So that's it. It's really easy to do.
It does. It sounds, it's almost like too easy. It's definitely a KISS model, which I'm all about. Let's just keep it super simple.
Yeah. And we really hold everybody's hand for the first 60 days, especially, and they can self-administer after that. But for that first 60 days, we're really right here. Morgan, my daughter, who also works, she's one of our success advocates. And so she helps steward folks, through that process. We really try to make it really easy.
Beautiful. All right. So now, we live in the event space. We're both, professional on-stage fundraisers, auctioneers, and now so many have just disappeared. So let's say that I'm a nonprofit and my event just, got canceled or got postponed. I had 3 emails that just came in today to tell me that they were changing their plans, even, into May now. Mm-hmm. So if I was that nonprofit and I'm like, hey, Jason, I need your help, what do I do first? What should I do?
The first thing I encourage them to do, and I had a meeting with a client today, is change your mindset. Don't look at this as like, oh gosh, we're just going to get crushed. Look at this as an opportunity to make a really huge impact with what you're doing, to engage new people, to engage new donors, to really raise awareness, because literally the technology's there. The technology is here. You and I have been talking about it for a week or two now, and with all the other folks in our all the professionals in this industry are all looking at it. And we've got, other peers in the market that have had phenomenal record-setting events that are virtual. So whether it be a virtual event, whether it be something different, I just really encourage you to look at this as an opportunity to do something different,
Right.
to look at your fundraising overall. We know there's a lot of being in the event space, and I'm going to, a lot of auctioneers and people don't want to say this, but this is not the most efficient way to raise money.
And
And
it never has been. And they've always said that.
And the only reason, I first thing I always tell clients is to celebrate, raise awareness, and raise money in that order. And if
Yep.
you're doing those in that order and you're thinking, then the celebration doesn't stop, the raise awareness doesn't stop, and the money will come after if you do everything else. So, gosh, live streaming events, you could go from literally having an event that had 200 or 300 guests that show up, which means you've got somewhere between 100 and 150 checkbooks, to have 1,000. Which 500 books or more. I mean, it's really up to you. And so, really looking at it as a new opportunity.
Yep.
And so, and if you've been waiting to change, but which is really hard, we know that it's really difficult because change is hard. Now we're at a place where the new normal is we don't know what that is. And this is a way to really revive your audience, revive your fans and the people that are a part of your mission, because this is what I do know. No matter what happens, the mission of these nonprofits is not stopping. They're still out serving clients, serving the community, and making a huge impact. And so they've got to communicate with that with their donor base and the people that support them.
Well, and now the need's going to be more than ever. I mean, the government really can only do so much, but it's the nonprofits that are truly providing a solution for homelessness, for those that are food insecure, for those, within domestic violence. I mean, all of the broad spectrum of nonprofits that are out there in the world. I mean, the extra services that this nation, that this world needs comes from the nonprofit space. So we have to continue as, nonprofit fundraisers to continue to evolve and, like you say, change that mindset so we can raise more money, we can engage more people, and then celebrate the impact that they're having within this now, within this new normal. So it's absolutely wonderful information.
We're at what time in I'll say my lifetime, I'm a little older than you, or my parents' lifetime, our parents' lifetime, has there ever been a time where you've had a market where you could absolutely touch and reach out and see everybody at the same time? Never. I mean, literally, it doesn't matter whether you have a snow day. I mean, gosh, I've lived through, the Murrah bombing, being an Oklahoma City firefighter here in Oklahoma City. The 9/11, the tornadoes, all these different things, and nothing has ever stopped an entire planet like it has right now. And our entire nation, doesn't matter what part of the country you're in, is really, we're all sitting around looking at each other. I mean, after a while, Netflix is you've binged all you can do, and you find yourself, ready to start playing cards or doing puzzles. I mean, it's really a unique time. And I think that nonprofits that start sharing their message and really start reaching out to start engaging, which they should be doing anyway. But this is a great opportunity for them to catch share of, market share, if you would, and to show, raise awareness of what they're doing and how they're serving the community. Because as your point, you said, this is so critical. There are a lot, all this bailout money and the billions of dollars and trillions of dollars that they're talking about putting out there. There are so many holes in that. Yeah. And the backstop are the nonprofits of this country. And all over the world, for that matter. And so if we've got to make sure that they get the funding to continue these missions, to continue the work, to serve the community, because they are the backstop. And like you said, there are millions of people right now that are sitting home, have no idea what they're going to do. None.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, here we are, day 3, and it's it's scary that people are like, what am I going to do? I mean, they're going to run out of money. They're going to run out of food. They're going to run out of places to go and for those support. And that's, like you said, the nonprofits are the catch-all. They're the ones that can provide that support. So now it's getting their word out there that not only do we need support, but we are available for you when you need help. And that messaging and that marketing, I mean, it all costs money. So that's where we've got to do better fundraising, and we've got to be more efficient. And
I'm gonna use one of your phrases, that catching that goosebump moment. There's so many opportunities. They do not need to wait for the event. They need to start looking for those moments right now.
Right.
every one of them, and start capturing those moments. We've got all this technology around us in all these ways, social media. They can reach out and start doing that, because that, there's people that they're looking for that good news. They're looking for
Right.
to know that somebody's out there helping the community and helping those people that are less fortunate, that are falling through the cracks, that aren't going to get helped. They're looking for that, because never in time have we had, probably since World War II, where the entire nation's been engaged in the same something together like this.
Yeah. Yeah. My son, just today, we were on a bike ride, and he said, Dad, this is a scary time to be alive. This is really scary. And I said, this is scary for your generation and my generation, but, grandma and grandpa, they lived through Vietnam, and great grandma and grandpa, they were through World War II. I mean, and there's always something that happens like this that is going to make a generation, to have to come together and be more resilient. And yes, we've been in very, very prosperous times prior to this, and we're going to be in a valley, but it's all of us coming together, thinking bigger, and opening our minds is what's going to bring us, up to that other side. So,
Oh yeah.
Jason, yeah, I really, really appreciate your time today, and your
Yeah, I'm
vision
glad to be
within
here.
this, and being a part and a resource for nonprofits. I'm going to make sure that I put your information below, so that we can, anybody that wants to get a hold of you definitely can. But Jason, thank you again.
Hey, Bobby, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Thanks for
excellent.
everything you're doing, brother.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to be a part of this, be a part of the solution. So,
That's what we
thank
got.
you again, and thank you to you, the nonprofits that are out there, and everybody that's watching this. What you do matters, and you keep being more awesome, and keep with that positive outlook in life, and you are the ones that are truly changing this world for the better. So I thank you for that, and let's keep doing it together. Again, my name was Bobby D with Virtual Event Fundraising and Inspire Hearts. I want to thank you all for joining us today, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, everybody, have a great day.